Thank you for joining me. This is Fly My Mavic. Yes, I've been putting a load of videos out this week. I've been bored and I've thought I've got projects I should really be doing. This envelope, however, let's get back to the envelope. If you are a Phantom 2 Vision Plus owner, a Phantom 3 Standard, Phantom 3 Advanced or Phantom 3 Pro, what's this envelope might be something you want to consider buying. In fact, I would highly recommend you consider buying this. I'll tip it out and we'll have a look at what's here. There's a couple of screws, an L-shaped piece and a back plate and a little Allen key there. I'm pretty sure that some of you already worked out what this is for, but let me show you a picture of what can happen to your camera if you don't fit one of these. Oh, that is horrible. Yes, this is a Phantom 2 Vision Plus, and as you can see it's at a very heavy landing, and the main head section here has separated from the roll motor, ripping the cable. Now on a Vision Plus, if you can find this particular assembly unit here, buy a new ribbon cable, chances are you'll be back in the air in a few days. But if you are an advanced flyer or a pro flyer, there's a damn good chance that if you have this happen, the tearing of the ribbon cable will actually damage the board. So I'm led to believe by a chap who repairs quads, is a good friend of mine. So it's something you definitely I think should want to consider buying, and it's quite cheap. Go to eBay. The listing is here. I paid £7.50 and 83p postage. It says it's for the standard, the advanced, and the professional. Don't quote me on that. As I said, have a look at this picture here and have a look at the screw holes and see whether they do match up. Ignore those two because those two will be for that holes there. But obviously just make sure these three holes do line up and do match the back of the camera, because I'm not too sure about the standard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my P3 Pro out of the cupboard, and we are going to fit this and see how well it works. Right, so this is my Phantom 3 Pro, and that is the cover which I'm going to be replacing, is this one, and then it's just going to hopefully all go on. Now then, that's first thing we need to do is, I don't want to use this Allen key because it's a bit of a faff. So I've got this lovely Welsh screwdriver, which is fantastic, motor powered, little light on the end, and there's about 40 to 60 different bits that come with it. This is a H1.5 and it's just the right size for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw this together first of all, and then we'll put it on all in one piece. Screws are very small and very fiddly, so bear with me a second. Now I've just measured it all out and it does seem to be quite a perfect fit. So I'm going to get me a Welsh screwdriver. That's one screw in. I'm going to put the other screw in there. There we go. Give it a bit of a tighten up. So that one's tight as well. There we go, that's tight enough. Okay, so what we need to do now is remove this back plate. That is standard Phillips. Crossheads, sorry, for those in countries that don't know what the word Phillips means. Let me just unscrew those. Drop the screwdriver. What I would suggest you do with these little screws you take out is obviously put them somewhere safe. I'll just fast forward through this part, save you sitting through me undoing it all. Okay, so that's the back plate off. I did say put these screws somewhere safe, but I just realised you're going to use them again to put this plate back on. Now hopefully this should just clip around and then clip on. Right, okay, schoolboy error. You can't put that plate on until you've done that bit, so I'll have to just set that plate off again. I thought I was going to save myself a little bit of time, a little bit of faff then, but obviously it doesn't work. So I make mistakes, so you don't do them as well. Okay, take that screw out. Okay, and then that screw out. Right, so let's fit the back plate on then. It's got put the quad back in view. It's a bit difficult to do this because the quad doesn't always sit the way you want it to. And then pop that cover on, and it is, yes, it is a very nice fit. So I'm just going to change my bit over, and then we're going to pop in a screw. And again, magnetic tip screwdrivers, wonderful when you've got little screws like this to put in things. Schoolboy error. I didn't say no to the fact there were two different size screws. I just assumed they were all the same as they are with the Phantom 3 standard, but the Pro has to have different size screws, which is why they weren't tightening up. So yes, learn from my mistakes. There are 3 different size screws, so when you take them out, make sure you know which ones go where. So I'm going to guess that these faster ones, I've got 1, 2, I'm missing a screw somewhere, aren't we? Well, there we go, there's there. I'm guessing that this little tiny one goes in the middle. That's little tiny one goes in the middle. Nope, it doesn't. It goes down the bottom then. There we go. So the big screws won't go in the small screw holes. Oh, what a surprise. Something they teach you at school with those little block things. Yeah, there we go, that's better. Got there in the end. Only took me a bit longer than I thought it was going to do, and one of those reasons why I should pay more attention when I take screws out of things. But I must admit, this is the first time I've actually taken a Phantom 3 Pro camera, well, not to bits, but you know, I've done some little bit of work on it. So yes, I got it there in the end. Let's put this plate back on again, and then we are all good to go. And again, it's easier if you put the gimbal clamp on. Okay, get that one, get that one, and there we go. Okay, right, that's it, all pretty much done, and as you can see, it's all tightened up and it's going to do the job. And hopefully, if I am unlucky enough to have a severe or a very hard landing, this will save your life. And for £7.50 plus 83p postage, I think it's something you should most definitely get if you've got a camera that has a mechanism like this. Thanks very much for watching, take care, and I'll see you again real soon.